I don't understand how to do the first derivative test. Ow! Someone please help me! Oh my goodness! Look who it is!
It's first derivative test man.
You can help me now.
I sure can.
Help me with this problem.
No problem.
I don't even know how to start this. How do I start this problem?
Well, first you need to know the rules for doing the first derivative test. This is the first derivative test. First, you have to find the first derivative of the function. You need to use long division or synthetic division to figure out the first derivative. Once you've solved it using long division or synthetic division, you can use the chain rule to figure out the first derivative. Our first derivative of this equation is 1 plus negative 4 over x minus 2 squared. Don't look at the camera.
Oh. What next?
Next, you find the critical numbers by setting it equal to 0.
Okay. I did it!
Well done. Now you have your critical numbers.
What now? Why do I even need to know this? Why do I even need to know this?
Well, it lets you know where your relative minimum and your relative maximums are. If f prime of x is positive on both sides of c, or negative on both sides of c, then our f of c is neither a relative minimum or a relative maximum.
How do we know where it changes from positive to negative?
Well, we use our first derivative test.
What do I do? Ah!
Here we are.
What is this?
Let me just do a mind transfer here.
It all makes sense.
So you get it now?
I understand everything. First, we put these black things where our critical numbers are, at 0 and 4.
Yup.
And we can't forget that the
Denominator
can't equal 0, so we have to put one at 2. And from negative infinity to 0, it's positive. And from 0 to 2, it's negative. And from 2 to 4, it's also negative. And from 4 to positive infinity, it is positive. And the negatives are decreasing, while the positives are increasing. As we know from our rules, when it changes from a negative to a positive, it has a relative minimum. And when it changes from a positive to a negative, it has a relative maximum.
So that means we have a relative maximum at 0 and a relative minimum at 4.
Thank you, first derivative man. Now I can get an A on my test.